Hello, hello, hello. Hi, my trophies. It's your girl, Nay, aka Top Notch Trophy. And I'm back again with a live. I am live. And I'm here to give some tips to the ladies today. How are you ladies doing? Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're watching this on the replay, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel, as well as check out my other videos. So we are here today to explore our femininity. As you guys know, I am a sugar baby, and femininity is pretty much everything that I need in order to be successful in the lane that I'm in. My feminine disposition is everything. And everyone's disposition matters in this world. It's how you rub people. So let's go over what disposition means. I like to, when I use vocabulary words like disposition, I like to explain what that means, or what those words mean, my vocabulary words mean. So disposition is basically a person's mood or general attitude about life. So my favorite, what I wanted to reference today, what I really wanted to reference today was the PopUp Girls. So something that I think that's important, something that I see a small issue in the community is girls that look like me. We're kind of rough around the edges. We're kind of hard. We're kind of, we stand up for ourselves when things are wrong. We outspoken. We speak up, which nothing's wrong with that. However, there needs to be more to us than being the super outspoken people. And I know the women that watch my channel are very much full of personality, full of life, full of charm, full of humor, full of wit. So just for the people that are new to my channel, right? It's just some flavor, some sauce. But the thing that I wanted to nurture is pretty much the inner girl in us today. So, as life goes on from a young age, what makes us hard is basically life situations. You may go through life, trauma happens here, trauma happens there, a crazy situation happens here, trust issues develop there, self-esteem issues develop over there. So it's like all of that trauma, all of that filth and that dirtiness that's inside of us needs to be released some way. It needs to come out so that we can find our true power. Something else that I really noticed that a lot of girls like to partake in is being a victim, which a lot of the times there's a difference between being a victim and being like living in victimhood. Literally anything you do is always someone else's fault. When things go wrong, you're incapable of taking responsibilities. You're unable of taking responsibility of your action. You blame others, you blame the world, you blame the system, you blame your skin color, you blame your ex, you blame your parents, you blame this person and that person for how you turned out, which I can understand. However, in order to tap into your true power and develop that feminine disposition, you have to strip away all of those negative. You have to strip away the victim, the blaming of others. You have to strip away the feeling of it's someone's fault. We have to start taking accountability of how we present ourselves to the world. Everyone that's walking the face of this earth has been through things. You're not exempt. It's best to take things on the chin and leave it where it's at. So these things that I mentioned are things that can make you have a negative disposition to the world. When you blame your skin color, you blame your ex, you blame your parents, you blame your job, you nag, you can't get along with other women, you're mean-spirited, you like to talk a lot of crap, or you don't take no crap from nobody, which is, I like that personality trait, don't take no crap. But it's the way you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So that's the main thing that we're focusing on today. I like to read the Bible here and there. And there was something in the Bible, it's from Proverbs 19, verse 13. It's Sunday, so we're going to go ahead and, throw out a Bible verse. And it says here, a foolish son is his father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like a constant dripping. So I like this quote because it addressed man as well as woman. So it said, a foolish man is wasteful, basically. It's a waste. He's a waste of a being, which is kind of mean to say, but hey, Jamaicans say it all the time. They say, oh, you're a waste man. You're a waste man. So yeah, that is definitely a thing. And a wife, it didn't say a woman, it said a wife. So it's like the Bible expects women to nurture their femininity so that we can be wives eventually. But it said here, quote, a quarrelsome wife is like a constant dripping. So if you look at a faucet, it's, a leaky faucet, it's always dripping, dripping, dripping. That means always it's broken. It's broken. So some things that make you quarrelsome is a person that is moody, super sensitive. Any little thing can get them upset. That's basically the definition of quarrelsome. Okay? So being extra emotional, being super emotional, if a feather falls on your head, you're in a bad mood for the rest of the day. If you stub your toe in the corner of the bed, you're in a bad mood for the rest of the day. If you go outside and the weather's not perfect, yeah, I know I deal with great weather here in Florida. The weather's always great and nice. So if the weather's not perfect, your mood is off. So it's like little things that make in Haitian culture we call people like that like unpredictable people, super sensitive people, people who don't have their head on straight. We call them tête chaud. That basically means like a hothead, like pretty much a hothead. So being a hothead is like being a leaky faucet. It's broken. You have to fix it. There's certain things you do have to clean up about yourself before we can get into the disposition. So recognize all of the negative attributes that you have. And I know it's hard to do when you're, you know, you live with yourself every day and everybody thinks they're perfect. But you have to really address the things that you can fix, that you can work on. Your temperament, your anger, your emotions, you have to level it all out and balance it out before you can tap into your power, before you can tap into your disposition. You have to take all of these things and basically replace them with something better, something grand, something positive, so that you can play the game properly. Dating is a game. Relationships full of games. Marriages full of games. Even when, you're bantering with your friends, it's all playful. It should be fun, right? So in order for you to get into the game where you don't feel like a victim, you have to get rid of those negative aspects and come up with a goal. Because games have everything to do with goals. Now, of course, there's people that you genuinely like just because you like them. You don't have a goal with them. You just like their energy, you like their presence. Even them, you have a goal. And you want to be on them. You got your party friends, you got your study friends, you got your shopping friends, you have your family. Everybody's compartmentalized because there's a different set of goals for each person that come into your life. So keep that in mind. Hey Tanae, hey girl. No, you're not late. I just started. I'm glad to have you here. So we're gonna get into it today, definitely. We're gonna get down into the nitty-gritty. I'm open to questions at all times. But yeah, basically talking about emotions, our disposition has everything to do with our emotion. It has nothing to do with your appearance, it has nothing to do with your skin tone, it has nothing to do with how you look. It has everything to do with your insides, how you present yourself to people, how you come off to people, how do you embrace people, how do people feel you when you come into their presence? Are you abrasive? Are you a little mean? Are you standoffish? Are you stuck up? Are you nice? Are you kind? Are you warm? These are the things that we're talking about today. So something that I really wanted to go back to and wanted to use as a point of reference, because this does have to do with like the inner girl inside of us. A lot of us women, especially, Black women, we weren't raised with the best feminine models in our life. I didn't get a good feminine model until I was about, 13, and I met my uncle's wife. And my uncle's wife, basically, she was just the epitome of femininity. She was a beautiful woman. Everybody said we looked alike. Everywhere we went, people said we looked like sisters, which was super weird because she was my uncle's wife. But she was super beautiful, gorgeous woman. But it was really her personality that captured me, that made me want to stick by her side 24/7. Like, everyone loved her. She was just a great person from the inside out, and the beauty was just an addition to it. So, but if you didn't grow up with a positive female role model in your life, something that the American women, well, the American girls I used to watch growing up was basically the Powerpuff Girls. I used to watch the Powerpuff Girls, and me and my little sister, we used to fight over who was Blossom, who was Buttercup, what was the other one's name, and who was Bubblez. So I always wanted to be Blossom because I was older, I was the leader. I'm like, nope, I'm Blossom. You gotta be Bubblez. But nobody wanted to be Buttercup. Like, neither me nor my sister wanted to be Buttercup. But let me go ahead and show you guys so you guys can have a visual. Tanae said, me too. I was obsessed with Bubblez. Isn't Bubblez just the sweetest? She is so sweet. But each of these girls, these characters, each of them had their own personality traits, but each of them had a disposition about themselves. Their characters each had qualities that made them who they are. So let me go ahead and pull this out. I'm trying to find the right link here. I have so many tabs up. Okay, I think this is the right screen. Okay, so yes, Pop-Up Girls. Okay, so we got to nurture the inner girl that's inside of us, right? We got to take it a couple steps back before we can move forward sometimes. And these girls, I loved Pop-Up Girl, just like Tanae said. She was obsessed with Bubblez. Bubblez is the one with the blue. Buttercup is the redhead one with the bow. And Buttercup is the mean looking one here in this picture that I pulled up. But basically, Buttercup's the one in the green. So, what did you like about Bubblez, Tanae? What made Bubblez the girl that you wanted to be? For me, I loved Blossom because she was the leader. She was very much the planner of the group. She would tell everybody what to do. She was basically the brain of the group, the logical one. But she was also super girly to me. She was super girly. Bubblez to me, Bubblez was like the most kind of feminine one, but she was like very girly feminine. Like, she would have a toy, a little toy that she would walk around with, the little octopus. But she was very sweet. She was very sweet. And Buttercup, of course, was basically the tomboy of the group. She was very mean, ready to fight, very aggressive, competitive, quick to anger. She had a hothead. Like Buttercup was the hothead of the group. And I think in society, a lot of people are looking at us, Black women, as basically buttercups. We're just buttercups. We are angry, we act mannish, we are hotheads, we're quick to anger, right? Which obviously is not the truth for a lot of us feminine women. Obviously not the truth for a lot of us. But I could have easily went down that buttercup road in real life because life happens, you know? Life happens and it makes you a little angry. But you don't, that shouldn't be your disposition on the daily, every day, being dislikable. I'm not saying Buttercup is dislikable, but a man wouldn't be attracted to Buttercup. Maybe off of her looks, because she does still look quote unquote girly, right? She looks feminine. She looks like the other PopUp Girls. She blends in just fine. But when she opens her mouth, you just taken aback, like, hold up. You're like, wait. Then the guys are like, where your sister Bubblez at? Where your sister Buttercup at? I think I'll have a better time talking to them. So yeah, I love Blossom. Blossom was super smart. Oh wait, let me see. Tanae said she was just so cute and genuinely sweet. She cared about others and everyone liked her. Yes. Yes, absolutely true. I love me some Bubblez. Even her name is super sweet, like Bubblez. Bubblez. When you guys go out, are you guys making up fake names, by the way? Because no one knows me by my real name unless you're like part of my family. So on my YouTube, I'm Nay. On my Instagram, I'm Nay. To these guys, I'm naming like a cute nickname, you know? It's good to make up just a cute little nickname. So yeah, let me see here. So these are the girls that I, try to tap into when I'm feeling some type of way. And some women who are actually real life feminine, who have a really great disposition that I wanted to show you guys. Because I didn't want this live to be super long. I've been doing really long lives lately, but I'm about to take a pre-workout and go to the gym. So let me see. This woman here. Do you guys know Idris Elba? He has a wife. And as you guys know, Idris Elba is definitely a high value man. He's super rich, right? He's an actor. He does music. And he's stinking rich. He's rich. And he didn't do like these other guys. He actually married a Black woman, right? So I said, wow, Sabrina. I first heard about her when the whole COVID thing happened, when he caught COVID and she didn't have it, but she said she was going to stick by her man's side. Like she wasn't going to leave her man's side because he got COVID. which shows loyalty. You see your disposition, right? That her disposition was that she's loyal to her man. So a lot of people had a lot to say about it. You know, I was with this. I'm like, girl, you better catch that COVID with your man. Because ain't no way I'm going to be sleeping in another room when my millionaire man is over here and he going to be cool that night. I need to be there for my man, my husband. Now, the thing I like about Sabrina, let's pull her up. The thing I admire about Sabrina is that she's a feminine woman to the core. She is a feminine woman to the core, from how she talks, how she walks, her mannerisms. Everything about Sabrina is just oozes femininity, and I'm just obsessed with her. But she doesn't come on the internet a lot often, which I like that about her too, because you don't got to be entertaining the internet when you're married to a millionaire. Like, for what? So I wanted to pull up this interview that she had. By the way, that hotel right here that y'all are looking at, I was literally at that same hotel in London with my sugar daddy. Like, we went to that same hotel, and when I seen this interview and I saw that she was staying there too, I almost fainted. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I've been in the same places as celebrities. Like, dang, I'm up there. Anywho, let's go ahead and play this video because I just love everything about it. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a few minutes of it to show you guys how she talks. The first thing that you see, but we're going to go over it. Let's go ahead and play.
Oh, hey, you're here. Just on the phone. Come in. Mom, I'm actually filming something. I'll call you later. All right. Okay. Bye. Love you. Sorry. It's my mom.
Okay. Case in point. The first thing she did was answer the door, right? With a smile. She answered the door with a smile, even though she was on the phone. She was like, and then who was she on the phone with? Mommy dearest. What does that communicate to us as the viewers and to just people in general? She's a family-based girl. She loves her family. She looks out for them. She cares about them, right? And this is something that women are prone to do. We maintain connections. Feminine women aren't falling out with everybody left and right. Feminine women maintain relationships. Usually feminine women are really close with their mothers. I'm close to my mom. Like, I'll go to my mom's house, like, and she'll like cook the day before, and she'll leave the kitchen like with, pots and pans everywhere after, and I'll be like, oh mom, after I eat, I'll clean her whole kitchen up for her. I don't even live there, but I'll clean her whole kitchen up for her, wash dishes, clean the countertops. I'll sweep, I'll mop. If she has any clothes in the dryer, like, I'll ask her, like, if I'm washing clothes over there, because y'all know I'll be washing clothes over there for the free. But like, if she has clothes in the dryer, I'll hang them up for her, fold them up for her. So it's like little things like this. You don't have to do it for a man. When you do things, you don't do it for a man. You do it because that's how you are in general. So My mother absolutely loves me. I'm her biggest helper out of all her kids. You know, they've been, if they listen to me, they're going to be a little jealous. But I help my mom out a lot. If she needs me to do anything for her, read papers for her, read her mail, translate things for her, because, you know, my mother is, you know, from the islands. So a lot of the time she may need me to translate things for her. I have no issues doing anything for my mom. So that's what I really appreciated about this video. Sabrina, yes, girl. Teach us the feminine way. So let's go ahead and continue.
I love talking to her in the mornings because I get the me time with her that I don't get since I've moved away. And she's on a different time zone, so it helps that I wake up early enough. But hi, I'm happy you're here. I'm Sabrina. And
oh, another thing that I wanted to point out is that when she answered the phone, sorry. So the thing that I wanted to point out is when she answered the door for the interview, when she was actually on the phone, she apologized to the interviewer and said sorry. She said sorry. She said, you know, she apologized because it is kind of rude when you're on the phone. But she, you know, she probably knew they were coming, so she shouldn't have been on the phone. So she apologized. Okay, feminine women apologize. I'm not saying we apologize a lot, but when there's a wrong, we recognize that before anybody even says anything. We recognize it and we say sorry.
this is what my mornings look like. A bit dorky, I know. But I love these because I need to sleep in the dark to be able to get a good night's sleep. Usually my husband's here, but I'm traveling and he's working. And we would have my us time. That's probably the first thing I do every morning with him. Just check in, make sure we're good, and then we can carry on about our days. And it's just a nice way to start. I love having water first thing in the morning. Kind of helps me remember.
Love it. First thing in the morning, she checks in with her husband. What's wrong with that? That's super cute. See, this is why she got a ring. But the thing I appreciate about Sabrina is her femininity is just there. Her voice, from the voice to the mannerisms, drinking water in the morning, that means she's healthy, right? She cares about her health. And basically she's gonna do a whole skincare routine, which we don't really have to watch because it, you know, wasn't much to learn from there. But I really enjoyed the first like minute watching her interact. Basically, the interviewer doesn't say anything. She does all the talking. So you kind of see what type of disposition she has. So that's something I really enjoyed. Also, you know, this is why she got the ring. This is why she got the ring. She's a sweet woman. Very sweet, right? Like Blossom. Very sweet, caring, family oriented. She calls her husband, she calls her mom, she checks in with them. So it's definitely all about your disposition. How do people feel after talking to you? What's your mood like after talking to you? What's your general attitude about life? As you can see her values in the first minute, you already see her values. So I appreciate that. By the way, when I stayed at the Ace Hotel, it was really nice. I really like the theme of the hotel. So Tanae has a question. She said, any tips on accessing your inner femininity? I love dressing up girly and classy, enjoying makeup and nails, generally happy and naturally soft, high-pitched voice. I'm trying to work on walking slower with my head held high, the goddess walk. LOL. I'm incorporating journaling to talk to myself and do a general check-in with my feelings and mental health. Any other tips? Wow, Tanae, I think you're on a great, great, great path. Everything you're doing here, from dressing up, makeup, nails, that's self-care, which is it's something that everybody appreciates. Once they see you walk into a room, they're like, wow, she takes good care of herself. And the inner part is what you said here, genuinely or generally happy. So you're generally happy, which is it. That should be your disposition, which I see that in the time. I see that in your comments. So I do definitely feel that. I see that you're a very sweet girl, very nice girl, but holding your head up high while in heels. Wow. I mean, this is my tip. Try to get heels that are pretty much not too high. Like you don't want to wear stilettos or like 6-inch heels. What I do in my daily life, I have little platform heels. They're like 3 inches. And I just walk around like a model in those. I just strut my stuff in those heels. They're not the highest, but they have some platform to them. So try at a lower, especially like if you're doing everyday heels, do like 3-inch heels, platform heels. Let me see. Yeah, something like that. Oh, she said, "Girl, don't make me cry." Girl, if you cry, you're gonna mess up your makeup. Don't cry. Don't cry, sweetie. Don't cry. We gotta be in control of our emotions, okay? Got a nice compliment, right? And yeah, just keep it up. I think we should all be, you know, big up in each other because this is a journey for all of us as Black women. So yeah, absolutely, girl. Don't cry. Another girl that I wanted to show you guys, a woman that has a feminine disposition. Now, I didn't know who she was until I saw her interview. But let me go ahead and pull her up really quickly. We're going to take this off the screen and put our homegirl on. Our homegirl like we actually know them. But we're going to put our good sis on because she has a really good aura about herself. Another woman that I like that people usually don't see as feminine, she is not as feminine, but I really like the way she talks and the way she speaks and carries herself, is Candace Owens. I'm sorry, don't shoot me. But I do like the way that she articulates herself. She speaks very well. She's very much educated. I don't know how she acts within her day-to-day life, if she's like really a feminine woman, but I think she's really logical. And I think that's something that women in general need to incorporate, is just being like logical. You can be emotional, but emotional should be a second thing. The first thing should be logic, or blend the two together, mix it together, put it together. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and share this other woman. Her name is Zuri Hall. And I wanted to share the first minute of her interview as well. I wanted to share the first minute of her interview on the Breakfast Club because literally I was minding my business and I was just letting, YouTube just roll, because sometimes I just do that. I'll like walk away from my phone and oh no, we're not doing that. Like I'll walk away from my phone and when I come back, it's on something that I didn't even ask for. But when I heard this woman talking, it was very captivating towards me, for me at least, because I like how she introduced herself and how her introduction was very warm. So let's go ahead and play that. And then I have one more video to show you guys. None of these are long, by the way, because
knew that I wanted to be on stage.
And what's happening?
All is well. I'm really not all the way awake right now because I'm in Los Angeles and I haven't been up before the sun in probably like 5 years.
Oh, you're not an early bird at all, huh, Zuri?
No. I'm more of a night owl. But for the Breakfast Club, I couldn't wait.
Tell
So I really liked how, even though she started off with something negative, she still counteracted it with a positive. She's like, yeah, I'm not used to, being up this early, but for the Breakfast Club, I couldn't wait, It's like little banter like this. What was the last thing she said? Even though she started off with something negative, she ended on a positive note, like, for the Breakfast Club, I couldn't wait, So it's like, these are small little things in your disposition that you can add. Because some people, they'll be like, if she would have flipped it the other way, and would have been like, oh, I couldn't wait to be here, but I'm not really a morning person. Then that disposition, the way people would have taken that was like, yuck. Like, even though you said the same thing in both sentences, the last thing they heard is what they're going to feel. So she basically started out with a negative, but flipped it to a positive, and that was her disposition. But if you start off with a positive and flip it to a negative, that's going to be your disposition. That's going to be what people take from what you said. So little learning moments like this, I think, is very important. Let's go ahead and resume.
People.
I remember those night owl days so well. I remember those night owl days. You had to hang up your hat, Angela? Had to give it away? Yes, it's not happening anymore. But how are you doing during this pandemic? I want to make sure that we check in with you on that too. Thank you. I'm doing well, actually. I have no complaints, all things considered. I've got...
Oh my God, she's like 100 times more feminine than Angela Yee. But I like how she was like, you have to give up your hat too, Angie. So it's like she went back and forth between Angela and Angie, even though she goes by Angela Yee. She put the Angie in there to make it seem like they're like, closer than what they are. I don't know if they've seen each other outside of set. I don't know if they see each other, running around Hollywood. They probably run into each other plenty of times. But what she did in this interview, she made that feminine connection amongst another woman. And that's something that makes women very much feminine. When we can make those connections, we can make other women feel safe in our presence. That's what gives us that edge of femininity that builds communities. It builds networks. It builds, you can build on that something very great and grand and massive. So, I actually looked up Zuri Hall, and I found out that she has a white boyfriend. Not that it doesn't matter at all, but she's a swirler. So, anywho, that doesn't matter. A feminine woman is a feminine woman is a feminine woman. It doesn't matter if she's married to a white man or a black man, Indian, Asian. A feminine woman is a feminine woman. But what I appreciate is a feminine black woman. Okay, sis.
Got my health. My family has their health. I'm working, so that in itself is a blessing. And I'm doing really good, actually. How are y'all doing?
Blessed, black, and highly favored. We're doing good. This is our 10-year anniversary. This week,
Now, this is my favorite part. I love how she answered the question. Angela asked her about, how she's handling COVID and everything, and she answered it very well. She's, her main concern was her family. She mentioned that first. Then she mentioned work, and she said she's good. And then she flipped the question back on them, asking them, how are they doing? So she opened up the conversation to have dialogue, even though she's there to be interviewed. She didn't keep the focus all about her. She wasn't so selfish and self-absorbed and narcissistic that she couldn't share the spotlight. She asked them too. She included them in the conversation. You know, how are you guys doing? But this is the banter that I really love right here when they open up about this, the 10-year anniversary. So let's go ahead and continue and listen.
Reached 10 years on the Breakfast Club, so we've been on radio 10 years.
Happy anniversary. How are y'all celebrating? Zoom party, virtual, turn up?
Not a damn
Burger
thing.
King.
We really don't fuck with each other anymore, so we just see each other.
And Angela Yee said working, and she laughed with Angela Yee. Like, that's what I'm talking about, feminine connection. Like, if the two women in a room are laughing, that's gonna make everybody else want to have a good time. That's gonna influence the men to go back and forth with their banter, you know? So that's something to, note. Your disposition, feminine disposition. All right?
Each other here, be like, what's up? Keep it moving.
Oh, God.
But now, how are you doing?
Dang,
For people
so
that
the
don't know
virtual setup, is that convenient?
Yeah, pretty much. So for people that don't know who
I would
Zuri
just
Hall
stay over
is,
here with my coffee in LA.
there you go. So if you don't know, people who don't know who Zuri Hall is, explain to them who you are and what you do, so they're up to speed.
Yeah, so I am.
It was pretty much the introduction for me, like the banter, the charisma, the smile, the, good personality. The level-headedness, the intellect, the insight, the fact that she wanted to know about them, it was all about her. The enthusiasm. Yeah, I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. So if I mispronounce some words, okay, spare me, please. Thank you. So I really appreciate Zuri Hall. She was very thoughtful in her introduction, friendly, down to earth, goofy. I appreciate her introduction because it gives us a feminine lesson. And it's little small things like this that goes a long way in how people take you and how people look at you. When I say you should become a light in a man's life, you should become a light in his life, this is what I'm talking about. This is a feminine woman full of feminine aura. And this girl I feel like, listen, she could run. She got game. I'm telling you right now, Zuri Hall probably got a lot of game. Because her banter is like, that's what keeps the conversation going. And we need to have that banter, have that back and forth, but it needs to be in a positive light, you know? Tanae, are you still there, girl? Are you crying for real? I hope not. I hope not, girl. We'll just, I'm just telling the truth. Alrighty, so the two examples that I just gave, Zuri Hall as well as Sabrina Alba. Those are two highly feminine women who are, to me, are my skin color, our skin color, who represent us. Tanae said, no tears, a little makeup still intact. Period, boo. Great. Alrighty, so something that I wanted to pull up as well. These are two women who are well-behaved women, very polished, very clean around the edges. Their appearance, their voice, their attire, their disposition is very well mannered, very well kept. And I appreciate these two girls. However, there has been some bad behavior out here in these streets. And I wanted to go ahead and put it on the show today to show you guys what not to do. Especially the girls that are on my channel. I know y'all here for the money. I know y'all here to, you know, get to the bag, you know, be flued out, shopping sprees, large amounts of money, new cars, new life, right? But you have to be a polished woman in order to gain these things. There's no way you can be ratchet, childish, and think you are going to go past go. You're not even going to be able to collect 200 if you're playing a Monopoly game. You're not even going to be able to collect 200. You're going to be kicked off the playing field. But hey, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and visit the ghetto really quick and see what's going on over there. There's this video that I saw on Instagram and I thought it was hilarious. Oh my God, but definitely a teaching moment. So let me go ahead and let me share my screen to show you guys because it's crazy. Let me see. Can y'all see? It's really small because it's supposed to be on Instagram. So it's like really small. But I think y'all see the girl standing on the couch. I wonder if I could zoom in any more. Let me see. Okay, so it's not letting me zoom in, which is okay. I think y'all can see. So let's go ahead and play the video. As y'all can see the caption, it says driving her sugar daddy crazy. Obviously, this man is not a high value man. Look at, you know, his house, but still, you're a woman. You should be able to carry yourself like a woman. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this.
When a beat shot, give him to boom, 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 boom.
Why don't you get on my table?
I'm going to this couch.
Y'all hold y'all edges. This girl's crazy. Look at her. Look at her. That girl's breathing like a dog.
I'm running through your house like a tomb rape. I'm running through your house like a tomb rape. I'm running through your house like a tomb rape. I'm running through your...
Obnoxious.
Oh my God, Jesus. Don't charge me for no pop.
Your line is.
After she done ran all over this man couch, table. She tired, and her bonnet at that. No, her hair is just wrapped. She is tired. She is tired.
You're not gonna get on that table. You broke the last one.
Y'all, we have to watch this whole thing.
Get off the table, Nene.
I promise I'm not
Get
gonna
off.
break it. I promise I'm not gonna break it.
Get off it, because if we...
I'm not gonna break it.
She do not listen.
When the beat drop, give him to
She already broke his last
I'm not gonna
table.
break it.
She don't listen. And he's just trying to hold his composure. I really felt bad for the guy.
Get off my table, please.
You gonna catch me?
Hell no.
Ready? 1, 2. When the beat drop. You know,
Girl.
it's a restaurant that's like, happy birthday to the hella. Happy holiday like this. Happy birthday, today is such a day. Happy birthday, I wish you many more. Happy birthday. It's so hot. Happy birthday. And they give it to you.
Y'all, this is the part.
Goddamn face, baby. Don't do that goddamn shit.
That's how it is.
I don't damn. Don't do that.
That's how they do at the restaurant.
Man, I fuck with me like that. I don't give a fuck.
That's how they do it at the
Don't do it to me.
restaurant.
Oh my
It was
God.
your birthday, so I was trying to
My
get you.
birthday was a fuck.
I was trying to get you the thing.
The best of it, goddamn thing I got in this bitch.
I was trying to
But I don't
do
do
the
it.
surprise for you.
We're no surprise. We were a
Yeah,
fuck.
that's how they do at the birthday.
Well, don't do me.
Oh Lord.
You know what I say?
Huh, just eat.
I don't want no more of it. I
It
don't.
gets
I don't
worse,
want it.
y'all. It gets worse.
Eat the cake anyway. Eat the cake.
It gets worse. She
Oh,
smushed the cake in his face. And y'all know this man probably disabled. Look how he's standing. He probably limp around everywhere on the
Eat the
cake.
cake.
Man, fuck you with that bullshit.
Okay, sit down. I
I'm
got
not
you.
gonna sit down for
Hmm.
fuck.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Watching this as a Black woman, I just felt super embarrassed. And I felt annoyed myself because this girl was just extremely obnoxious. I mean, every girl has an inner child in her, but this is where you separate the children from the women. Women know how to sit down and just talk. Grown women are not sitting there running around on people's couches. And y'all know I done have plenty of sugar daddies. It's the maturity for my age that attracted them to me. You have to have maturity for your age. Even though this guy, he's older, he's older. He have his own house. He probably want to, find young thing around him, something that he could afford, because I know he's giving her money. It's something that he could afford. But it's like this attitude, this disposition is what gives Black women a bad rap. Miss Hair Rap, girl. When she smashed the cake in his face, that was so forceful and masculine and just childish. It's like we don't carry ourselves like that as grown women. Okay, so Tanae had a question. Tips on banter, like talking points. I started to take notes with all my video chats and phone dates for intel. Call me Miss Sleuth. Am I pronouncing that right? Miss Sleuth? Miss Sleuth? Am I saying that right? You are on perfect track, girl. Taking notes so that you can remember the details of these men's lives, so they could feel like you're listening to them, and also reiterating what they said back to them so that they can understand that you understand what they just said. But talking points, usually I'm a very easy person to talk to. I'll literally watch the news. I'm like, okay, this is what's going on in the news today. This is what's going on in the news today. They're giving out COVID shots. They're giving out, assistance to people that need help. They're doing, toy drive. They're doing this. Like, I'm that type of person. I just want to know what's going on in the community, and that's my talking points. I don't sit there talking to a man for hours and hours and hours. That's not me. I talk to a man on the phone for like 15 minutes max. Usually I like to keep it 5 minutes and under, like Sure 7 says. But usually I just keep it like 15 minutes. We talk about something small. And if we're not setting up a date, then what are we talking about? We'll talk in person. Now, when you actually get on a date, yes, you have to be able to keep a conversation, talk about whatever is going on in wherever you're at. Like, if you're in a restaurant, right, and your waiter is super nice, you can say that to him. Just make banter. Say, oh my God, this restaurant looks super nice. It's so cute in here. Like me, I like to keep the conversation positive, and I just let the man lead with the conversation. Whatever he wants to talk about, we expand on that. But I don't make it seem like, oh, I'm super smart. I just say whatever. If there's, a layup where I could say something funny, then I'll take the layup and I'll dunk it, So Tanae said, I'm concerned about this man's safety. She must be playing on the trampoline. Sugar daddy. Oh yes, he's definitely a daddy that's getting sugar. He's getting cake. He's getting more than sugar, darling. He's getting cake to the face, okay? And you could tell by this video the amount of energy that she has and the way that he's so laid back. They just got done fucking. Ooh, did I just say that? I'm so excuse my mouth. By this video, yes, let's get back to this video. By this video, they just got done playing Hide the Weenie. They just got done playing Hide the Weenie. And that's why she got so much energy, because you know he probably just lasted like 2 seconds. He's old. Like, that's why I don't advocate even sleeping with an old man, because what's the point? These guys are old. Like, ew. They're old. It's like all they're gonna do is pump you for 2 seconds, give you a little 2-stroke, and they done. And then you sitting there with hella energy because you're young, vibrant, and they sitting there ready to take a nap or ready to eat a meal. Ready to eat a cake. Oh my God. So that's why I think that she has so much energy. That's why I think she has so much energy, literally. They just got done doing it. And girl, it's not even worth it. It's better that you have your self-respect. I don't know if she lives with him, but she should have just went home. Like, after you get your money, you spend a little time with him. You know, I think they had went out to eat the day before. I don't know. Maybe they didn't go out for his birthday because he's eating cake in the house. So maybe they didn't go out for his birthday, and she was trying to make it seem like, oh, this is how they do it in a restaurant. Happy birthday. Today's just, you know, whatever. And maybe he's just one of those sugar daddies. Like, he's probably like a $40, $60, $80, $100 sugar daddy. He's not the type of sugar daddy that's gonna be sitting there buying a girl cars, buying a girl clothes, taking her shopping, flying her out to different countries. He don't give me that vibe. He's just an old little disabled man. When he stand up, his legs look like they about to break if he go in. He's just old. Like, he's an old man. Like, get what you can get, sis. Give him your time. But that's what I'm saying. There's some girls who's just not doing it right. She is obviously one of them that she's not doing it right. Look how she's dressed, first of all. She looked dusty. He looked dusty. They a dusty ass little sugar baby, sugar daddy couple, which is okay. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. Everybody can't be high up. Some people are low. It's okay. But as a woman, you should represent yourself well. And the fact that she recorded this herself to post it is just very foolish, and it's just idiotic, you know? I don't want to be too harsh with my words, but we have to be honest, and we have to call a spade a spade. We have to call a spade a spade. What she did was very idiotic. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. That's just me. Tonight said, stop making me laugh. OMG. Girl, seriously. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to call you Miss Luth. Miss Luth, I'm sorry. This girl is just like, wow. Girl, let's get it together. Her disposition was not well at all. And if her sugar daddy cuts her off after this, I wouldn't be surprised if he blocked her number after this stunt. Especially the fact that she done broke his table already. His previous table, and she's still doing the same crap. Y'all get my likes up, please. Do me a favor, get my likes up, please. I really appreciate that. So this is the, the whole point of today's little Sunday sugar baby sermon. What's your disposition? Are you carrying yourself well? Are you carrying yourself well? Everything she did here. Oh Lord, I want to play it again, low key, because it was just so dysfunctional.
But I don't
You a surprise for you.
Wait, don't surprise me with a
Yeah, that's how they do at the birthday.
Well, don't do me. See what I say?
Huh, let's see.
I don't want no more of it. I don't want it.
Huh, eat the cake anyway. Eat the cake.
What is literally wrong with her? That old man did not deserve that. Look at him. Look at his legs trying to get up. Look at his little legs trying to get up. His little stick, toothpick legs. He about to beat her with his cane.
I'm about fucking with you, but I didn't do you like this. I fuck you.
He told that girl, that's why I ain't effing with you, girl. F you. See your disposition. She was just too stupid.
You're supposed to eat the cake.
I fuck you with that bullshit.
Okay, sit down.
I'm not gonna sit down for fuck.
See, this why y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all girls gotta chill. Dang, what if he likes his privacy and doesn't even know that she's recording him? Exactly. Like, that's something that I learned early. Do not be recording these sugar daddies. Like, if y'all go out to a nice restaurant and you're recording the scenery and you happen to turn around and take a picture of y'all do a little selfie, you could do that. That's cute. But don't sit there and record the man in his own house. He looked comfortable eating his cake with his ketchup on the table, his hot sauce on the table. Like, girl, let that man live. You gonna send him to an early grave the way she was doing it. So yeah, now you gotta see what to do and what not to do. Okay? We don't want to have a negative we don't have sorry. Getting tongue tied. We ladies want to have a positive disposition, which I should have showed you guys this video first, but it was so funny that I wanted to wait to the last minute to show you guys because it was just hilarious. But you guys have the good examples of the good women to emulate, which is my two favorite feminine women. The first one is Sabrina Idris. I think that's how you pronounce it. Move this. Okay, we want to be like Sabrina. We want to be more like Sabrina and Zuri. This is Zuri. You see her? She's very well groomed. Okay. She looks good. Okay. She dresses nice. She has on her heels. She works out. She don't look like the type to be running on somebody's couch. If you want exercise, go to the gym. Don't be running on no old man couch. You want to do some exercise, go take a jog outside. Okay. Miss Zuri looks fit and well in shape. Okay. And I like that she's just classy. She's very classy, very much classy. Now, this is the first impression, is your outer appearance. That's your first impression, but your disposition is how people feel once they talk to you. Okay? being friendly, thoughtful, confident, optimistic, practical. These are all the things we want to do. Okay. And I saw this beautiful picture of this woman. I wanted to show you guys this too. I don't know who this lady is, but she looks good. This woman is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Femininity. I feel like I want to research who this woman is, because if she's who I assume that she is, we might do a show on her. Just by her appearance alone, it's just like, oh, to die for. Just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I really want to look into her life and see what she has going on. Because I've been sitting in the house for a couple days. I just been chilling. So the YouTube been popping. So we're definitely gonna look up this woman here. Does anyone in the chat know who she may be? No? Yes? See, we're looking at this woman. As beautiful as she looks, we don't know her disposition. We don't fully know her disposition. But Miss Sabrina here, Miss Sabrina, the young and the beautiful, is definitely who we aspire to be. Like, we want to all be on the same feminine energy. We need to be on that level. Okay? I know Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, all of those girls are popping right now. Sukiana, all of them girls are popping it in a bag. Yes, all of them. However, as a Black woman, it's important to have some class and some dignity about yourself. These are the women who are respected. Very much respected. Okay? Very much classy. Okay, on the cover of Vogue, just looking classy. Looking like a trophy. Okay, look at the mannerisms. Look at where her hand is laid in this picture. She got her hand on his shoulder like, yeah, that's my man. Look at the ring. Look at the rock. Okay, kiss it. Kiss the rock, ladies. I just love it. They look so nice together. And I was actually watching an interview with Sabrina Idris. And something that I really liked about her is that they were interviewing Idris and Sabrina was in the background. But it's like they couldn't have the interview without Sabrina coming to the forefront and answering questions too, because it's literally like they're each other's other half, which I thought was super cute. And something that the interviewer mentioned, because she's a, well-known interviewer. She's in the mix with a lot of the celebrities. A lot of them are friends. They're like all friends or whatever. So the interviewer was like, oh, she was like, oh, I was actually surprised to see you at my barbecue, because usually you don't go anywhere. Usually we don't ever see you, Idris. But ever since you got married, like, we see you everywhere. And that was something that stood out to me when she said that, because that is like when a woman comes into a man's life, we literally nurture relationships. We keep the friendship aspect going amongst the other women. We're like, babe, oh, there's a barbecue going on at so and so's house. Are we gonna go today? And then your husband's gonna be like, yeah, sure, let's go. Even though he's been knowing those people for years, it's like his friends, but it's like he's been kind of like a loner. But it's like once a man is married, it's like he has a different social life where he's going to regular activity instead of being in a club every night. Now he's hanging out with his friends, having barbecues, laughing, joking, even making even bigger business deals, because now they're looking at her like she's a beautiful woman. She's so sweet and lovely. Her disposition is great. Yeah, we want to work with you. Yeah, we want to work with you, Idris. It's like your wife is like that icing on the cake. When a man has a wife, she's like the icing on the cake. Like the cake is there now. Okay, he got bread. He got bread. Okay. It just ain't lacking. But with Sabrina on his side, now he has a cake. Now he has the icing. Now it's more desirable. It looks good. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you ladies on that note. Thank everybody for joining my live today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. And thank you so much, Trophies. I really appreciate you guys. And we'll see each other on the next live. Bye, Trophies.